Hey everybody, Tall Family Films here. Today we're replacing a lock cylinder on a 2006 Dodge Ram. This process would be the same for many other vehicles that are in the description of this car as well. Removing the plastics that are on the bottom and the top of the steering wheel is going to be the same for pretty much any car. You can't get the lock cylinder to release because there is a button underneath that you're going to see that cannot be accessed unless we actually remove the panel. So here we are removing the bottom of the steering wheel cover. Once we have the top cover off, I'm going to hand the phone to my cameraman here so you can see the other side. We need to push the steering wheel cover with steering wheel adjustment back up. I removed the lever for it, but you can still operate it. And the tilt on the steering wheel needs to move back up to release the bottom cover. Okay, so that's the key to getting the bottom plastics out, and once we release it all the way, it slides right out pretty easy. Okay, so now the plastics are completely removed. I need to take a small Phillips head screwdriver or a pick tool or something, press it into the bottom of the lock cylinder to release it. There is a little trick to this, that you need to press the button in, but don't push too hard on the lock cylinder. You won't damage anything, but you will not be able to pull the lock cylinder out by pushing too hard on it. So you need to put a little pressure on it and then release the pressure on the screwdriver just a little bit, and the lock cylinder will pop right out. So you're just pressing the button in order to get it started. Now, back inside, here's what the replacement lock cylinder looks like. All this stuff comes in the kit. There are instructions, there's a phone number that we won't be calling, and there are some instructions in here, but you don't really need these instructions so much because the instructions that are printed here are also printed right on the new lock cylinder housing itself. So we take the key out of the old cylinder, put it into the new one, and you insert the key. Then it asks you to do a full rotation once the key is fully inserted. So that means we go all the way around, completely around the clock. So there's 6 o'clock, 9 o'clock, and we're back to 12. So that's one full rotation. Then it wants us to go counterclockwise and back through one full rotation as well. So here we go at 6, 2, 3, and 12. And then we can remove the entire assembly. All right, so they also ship us new cylinder housing that we're going to put this entire cylinder back into. It'll only go in one way. So the nice thing is you can't break this. You can't get it on wrong. If it just won't snap into place if it's wrong. So once it's in place, we're good to go. Remember that button that we pressed with the screwdriver? That button has to be depressible, and when you first put the key in, it won't be. So you have to turn the key to a position that makes that button go in so that it can be pressed in. Otherwise, the entire cylinder won't go back inside the truck. All right, so that cylinder pointing down, just like it was when we pulled it out, allows us to slide the entire piece back into the truck. You may have to fiddle with it, adjust it just slightly, but if it starts the truck, you're good to go. A lot of people ask about the security on the anti-theft, and the truck won't start and stay running if the security is not found in the key. So this whole thing has nothing to do with the security in the truck, and you don't need to worry about that. So there is a red light on the dash that I'm going to show you, that if that red light doesn't turn off, then you've got a problem. So the light comes on, the truck starts. If the light doesn't turn off on its own, then you will have a problem. Then we just put the entire cover back together, put the screws back in, and you're good to go. If this video has helped you, you can really help me by giving it a thumbs up and subscribing to my channel. It really makes a difference. Thanks.